If by any chance you are heading to Bucharest, Romania, then I can thoroughly recommend the Mansion Boutique Hotel, a four-star hotel in the Old Town. And I know I'm not getting paid by them or anybody else. This is my honest review from our recent four-night jaunt to the Eastern European city. Now, the first thing you need to know about this hotel is that it is not on a main road. It is on a pedestrianised, cobbled street. So you may find it a little bit tricky to get drop offs. There is a taxi rank just where we got off here and walked up. So it's not an absolute disaster, but just be aware that we did have a few issues when it came to either picking up Ubers or our day trips. Some of them make us walk sort of 5 minutes. Outrageous! You made us walk 5 minutes from our hotel, but anyway, be aware of that. And you should have seen the mansion sign on the right hand side of the picture there. Well, actually, the entrance is between two restaurants. So it's not actually two, it's one restaurant, but it seems like it's two. So it is easy to miss it. And unfortunately, it's not the most grandiose of entrances, at least from the street level. But once you walk in, absolutely beautiful reception. The decor was stylish and swanky, and apologies for the slightly juddery camera work. It's very hard to open a door whilst carrying a suitcase and trying to film it. Well, stop filming everything, you idiot. Anyway, as you'll see, it's a lovely reception. You go in and leave your bags just there and check in. They give you a nice little glass of prosecco. What a gesture. So while you're sitting sampling your free glass of Prosecco, another thing to be aware of is that there's no lifts or elevators in this hotel, so you will have to carry the bags up yourself. The stairs aren't too bad, but if you are a little bit slow on your feet or have mobility issues, that could be a concern. That said, obviously the hotel are more than happy to help you with your bags if so required. The hotel offers three levels of rooms. I won't go through them all here, but Premium Mansion Deluxe, Superior Mansion Deluxe, and Mansion Deluxe. We went for the one in the middle, the Superior Mansion Deluxe. A little quirky thing here is that they are all themes across different themes. I mean, it looks like a good selection of rather predictably or cliched or whatever you want to say, that we somehow got the Britannia room. Ugh, I would have much preferred the Safari or Japan or whatever, but it is what it is. So let's head up to the room. Full disclaimer: this is obviously filmed the next day because it would be even harder to clamber up the stairs with a suitcase and a camera trying to get the perfect shot. But luckily, we were on the first floor, pretty close, and again, it was only one flight of stairs, so can't be too bad. It had a very Parisian feel about it, hence probably why the mansion boutique, which makes perfect sense. So let's have a little tour of this room. Nice red velvety carpet. There it is, the telephone box. How quaint and original. But to be fair, it is something a little bit different. As you'll see, a decent sized wardrobe hidden in the phone box. Plenty of space for your clothes and the prerequisite safe. And the colours coding, as you can see, deep red and that royal blue. Plus, of course, the white to finish off the Union flag or the Union Jack, whichever one you want to use. Again, the attention to detail, like all these little quirky things, like the cupboards, the number 10 poof, as it were, the desk you can write on. Just a really unique, and then we can have a look down the window. That's the lobby down there. So the only other thing is you didn't really get much natural light apart from the skylight there. But yeah, all in all, this was a quirky, funky, and quite distinct room, even if it was Britannia. And I probably would have preferred something a little bit more quirky, like the pictures of London, the Union flag, fridge, which was good. And yeah, they did have a mini bar and it was chargeable. So be aware of that. And of course, the kettle and the coffee, which you know the drill. One thing I did find a bit finicky and confusing was the air conditioning. It wasn't on when we walked in, and it was pretty sweaty at that point in Bucharest. But with a little fiddling around and tweaking, I managed to get it working. But it was certainly uncomfortable before the air conditioning kicked in. Let's move on to the bathroom, which was brilliant, but had one major frustrating flaw. As you can see, pretty simple, pretty minimalistic, nothing too exciting. But I was initially very impressed by the bath. Obviously, everything's nice and clean, a little folded toilet paper, nice floor. I think the wooden floor look goes well. But yeah, initially the big bath was very exciting. But as you can see, there's nowhere to put a shower, so you have to do it standing up or sitting down. But you have to do it by hand, which is really annoying because I'm not French. But please do try to make sure you get your bearings because you're going to end up potentially splashing and flooding the place if you have no idea what you're doing, like me. Also, it's just not very comfortable. It's not very comfortable. Anyway, so apart from that annoying floor, and maybe it was a bit weird and noisy, the tap. The rest of it was pleasant. So yeah, make sure you can either shower sitting down or standing up by hand, or just run a bath. Outside of the room, breakfast is included in these packages, and it was a good selection of food, as you'd expect: hot and cold meats, some cooked meat, mainly pork. So if you're a vegan, you might be in for some trouble. Some really nice bread, some fresh orange juice. So that was really good. And one other thing, breakfast is served supposedly from 7 to I think it was 11, but they do breakfast bags for you if you've got to leave before 7 o'clock. So all in all, in terms of the pros of this hotel, the location is good, the decor is good, the rooms are distinct and unique, and you get a decent enough breakfast. In terms of the floors, the downside, as I mentioned, not being on a main road could be an issue for some. Certainly, if you have mobility issues, if you don't like sitting down when you have a shower or standing up and holding the shower head over you, that can also be a bit of a pain. But aside from that and eyeing out maybe any air conditioning issues, then definitely worth considering if you are in Bucharest. Now, I would love for you to click that like and subscribe button and join me on my international travels, and hopefully these reviews of hotels and airports and all the other shenanigans I get up to is of interest. If you also want to see what it's like to go to an all-inclusive resort in the UAE, you can check out this video.